a Florida teacher at a Christian preschool assaults a 2-year-old. Insane. Put the picture up full mass here. I'm gonna give you the background. A Florida preschool teacher at a Christian academy has been charged with felony child abuse after she was allegedly caught on camera forcefully grabbing a 2-year-old several times, and in another incident, causing the child to literally fall to the ground. Her name is Rebecca Lynn Bird, 62 years of age, has been arrested and charged with child abuse just 6 days after being hired as a preschool teacher. So Bird was working at the Aldersgate Christian Learning Center, located in the Aldersgate United Methodist Church. This is in Largo, Florida. The school has not yet publicly commented on the incident. The sheriff's office released a statement addressing it, saying, and I quote, "According to deputies, the victim's mother was informed by the school that her child had been the victim of battery." That's how this started. During the investigation, deputies discovered that Ms. Bird forcefully grabbed the victim several times, and in another incident caused the victim to fall to the ground. Deputies also discovered that the incidents were captured on the school's surveillance video. Bird was employed as a preschool teacher at Aldersgate Christian Learning Center from July 12th, 2022 until she was terminated on the morning of July 18th, 2022, after the school had reviewed the surveillance video. At this time, deputies believe there are no additional victims. Bird seems to have a heavy history here. All right, this is where I fault the system. The arrest appears to have been the most recent of Bird's run-ins with law enforcement. In the early 80s, the defendant, bearing the same first, middle, and last name and the same date of birth, was convicted of one count of theft and another count of nonviolent resisting or obstructing a peace officer. In addition to multiple reckless and careless driving citations, a defendant matching the same aforementioned identity markers were also found guilty of DUI 2001, 2005, and 2017, according to online records. Bird was in fact released from jail after posting a whopping $5,000 bond for felony child abuse. Under Florida state law, child abuse is a 3rd-degree felony. The penalty is punishable up to 5 years in prison or 5 years of probation. All right. Now highlight this because the protocols have to be in place, even if you are a private Christian organization. All right, I know some good people in the United Methodist Church, very good people. Many years ago, I used to be a youth minister in the United Methodist Church. Decent organization. You got some people, free-thinking individuals, all right? However, sometimes the very basic protocols of how we should vet individuals are abandoned for the sake of religious industries. Just because a person is a born-again Christian or they share your religious, spiritual values, that does not mean it creates any level of negligence for you to not do an exhaustive vetting process of that person, especially when they work around children. David, thoughts here?
Anybody who works around children, in my view, ought to be going through a criminal background check, and a lot of jobs out there you have to. So that raises the question, did they do a criminal background check? And maybe they found that she had this record, but because she was born again and maybe she had made peace with her past, they decided, okay, we'll take a risk. Either way, I think the school sounds like they are liable here. And look, the parents should be able to have the right to know, does my teacher have the qualifications? Did my teacher spend some time in jail? Do they have a criminal record? And let the teacher decide, hey, or let the parents decide, hey, maybe I'm willing to have my child in the school or not. But for the school not to communicate that, if they knew it to the parents, is reprehensible.